Good morning, guys. Can you hear me? The GME market sentiment indicator? Which one is that? Man, did this RKT have a run or what? Holy shit, I did not see that happening. I thought it was gonna grind up to 30, 35. It would take a few weeks. What an insane run. DraftKings is working out nicely too. Oh, it was Wall Street Pumps, Wall Street Bets. Very good. Good for us. I'm seeing a bunch of potential bear flags developing. I'm not sure if they are bear flags. They could be. May not be. It's too early to tell still. And also some bull flags. Not sure. Again, I think we need a little bit more time. GME is beta negative with the market these days. I have no idea what beta negative means. Guys, I have no idea about all of this rocket science stuff. I really don't know. I don't know what it means. Beta negative? You have to dumb it down for me. I honestly don't know what it means. You thought I was an option pro? Well, have I said that? I can barely spell the word option. Yeah, I haven't been an options pro for a couple of months. Yeah, the options courses are in the VIP Discord. Are there any big gappers? Con. Oh, this UWMC from yesterday. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not seeing that much personally. Just waiting for some of these stocks to resolve, like Roku. Is it the bear flag or is it building higher lows around the 50? Too early to tell. Same thing with Tesla. Like, is this a bear flag? Is it gonna resolve the upside or the downside? Too early to tell. mRNA 2. Is this a bear flag? And next stop is gonna be the 150, rising 150 day, sorry, 100 day. Or is it gonna find support here on the 50? It's just too early to tell. I think we need a few more days on most of these stocks. Few more days. RCL, yeah, some of them, yeah, they're too. They need to go sideways a bit more. It's just continuation moves here. Yeah, this APHG was a 5-star setup and it reversed. I got stopped out of all of them. Tilray, APHG, and MJ. Like Tilray and MJ weren't that great setups, but APHG, that was a 5-star setup and it failed. That tells you, you know, it's a very selective market and the fail rate is much higher than it has been over the, you know, between November and February. That's why it's called a hard penny market versus an easy dollar market. And we're definitely a hard penny market. Like, I've caught some really nice ones, like DraftKings recently, and this RKT obviously, but also there's a lot of things that haven't, you know, have just stopped me out. Like the Wii names yesterday. So yeah, we'll see. Need to wait for new ranges to develop. It's very easy to get hurt in this type of a market environment. If you keep doing the same thing that has been working for so long, you do it aggressively, you know, gotta adapt. I only have 1/3 of RKT left. If I would get APHA again on a good setup, yes. I don't see anything to do aggressively out of the gate personally. Nothing I'm super excited about. I think still patience is the best thing here. Let's see. I still think many of these things, they need a few more days. At least. This GBTC could be one. It's building higher lows around the 20-day. I don't know. Maybe I'll get back into this one. Not sure. Right. Good luck, guys. This lift is a pretty decent setup. But is it gonna work? That's the question. Yeah, there are not many good setups. And a lot of these bounces are starting to fail. I did add a little bit to my Tesla short. And I also got these triple ETFs, ICLN and FNGU. Just in case we take another leg lower. Because right now they're all building lower highs. I just wish I hadn't sized down my shorts a couple of days ago. Because they all got rejected. Like TQQ I got rid of. It was a close strong and the next day just, you know, crapped as soon as it hit the 10-day. And now it looks like it's going lower. I should have followed my own rules. I never do. ICLN, oh no, maybe, oh yeah, no it's not. Yeah, you're right, it's not a triple ETF. Wait, is RKT halted? Oh yeah, this is halted. I was trying to size down a little bit. I want to go to like quarter size on it. Right now I'm third size. Was Square a good short setup? I don't see a short setup here. Yep, looks like these were bear flags. For now at least. Obviously, it's early still, but a good washout would be great. I would love to see the Qs go to like undercut the 200 day, get a real washout, and then get some new bases on stocks, reset the froth. There's been a lot of froth for many months, and just reset the sentiment, and then get some free money again. Yeah, some of these airlines are strong, but except for those, there's not really much going up right now. I'll clean some of these backwatch lists. This Sava, can you believe it, guys? I was the only person losing it on the short side on this day here. I must have been the only person in the world losing on this stock on the short side. I was too aggressive near the open, and then when it started showing backside, I wasn't aggressive enough. So I didn't make back my initial loss because I was incredibly aggressive near the open. And then there was some also the quotes were lagging, so I lost a little bit because the quotes were late and. Maybe I should go short TNA also. Because Russell is, well, it is kind of flagging, but if it loses the, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Not sure yet. We will see. Why? Because longing TCA is not a very smart thing to do. I think it's always better to short these triple ETFs than to go long them. Pretty much always. Not always, but pretty much always. It just works out better most of the time. I'm not gonna pretend I understand the mathematics behind them, but from my experience, shorting them works better than going long. Okay, looks like I got stopped out of that starter ad on Tesla. I still have my core from the mid 800s. NVAX down 40% from the highs, yeah. Most of the high flyers are down a lot from the highs. Not all of them, but most of them. This OCGN looks interesting. It's a nice flag break, but I don't know. Amba, yeah, nice little earnings breakout. If you got it opening range highs, congrats. RKT parabolic setup. Nope. Because this was only day one. Never short on day one. Or remain short today? Nah, not good enough. I want big edges. I want those really good setups. Short float is really high on RKT. Well, that's assuming none of the shorts covered yesterday. And also it may be 2 weeks old data. SI, yeah, looks like pretty good on the 60. If we can go sideways a few more days, it would be a really good setup. Another one I'm watching is MSDR. Yeah, but again, a few more days would be ideal. What's GBTC doing? Okay. And GBTC also could be a really good setup for tomorrow. It's still a mixed picture. It's you know, you see some things that look really bad, and then there are some things that are looking pretty decent. But there's not really a lot of things that are moving higher. There's some of these reopening names, but they have all broken out already several weeks ago. Most of them are just continuation moves. So there's really not much to do there either. So the best thing to do for me is to wait for the free money. I don't want any hard earned money. I want easy money. Yeah, energy and financials. Yeah, they are among the leading sectors right now. Yep, they have been for several weeks. Yeah, that is true. SNDL. I don't think it looks very good. Maybe in a few days. It's still below the 10-day, the 20-day. I don't know. It kind of looks like a bear flag. Unless it can reclaim the 150 area. It's too early to tell. Either way it resolves. It's too early to tell. And just the fact that it's retesting the lower end of this range right now, it's just, you know, hitting the lows of the day. I don't like stocks hitting lows of the day. Unless you're short. Oh, it was an example? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good example, because then I can elaborate on the thought process instead of, you know, what do you think of this and that. It's a very good point. Instead of me telling you what I like, what I think about a stock, it's better if you include your thought process, and then I can elaborate on that. It gives you will gain much more value from that than just me telling you if I like a stock or not. So it's a very good point Martini just made. LKCO mean reversion setup. Sure, on this day here. Yeah, maybe. It had I guess it had like a midday fade, yeah. Oh, you mean on the long side today? Wait. Yeah. Yeah, potentially, absolutely. I mean, this thing was down like 50% in what, 4 sessions? And then it bounced off to 50. Sure, it was a mean reversion long setup. Absolutely. Opening range highs. Boom. Stop at lows of the day. Absolutely. Yeah, it was a mean reversion long. Good, very good one. Very good one. How do you work out the intraday stop for last portion of RKT? I'm just using, you know, lows of the yesterday. What you can do, you can trade the same setups but sell them more aggressively. That's one way to adapt to harder markets. You're going to decrease your size, trade less, sell more aggressively. There's many ways of doing things. I personally just prefer to sit back and chill, wait for the easy money. I've traded hard penny markets so many times, it just ends up in frustration. Like a good market, like you're not supposed to work hard. Like trading shouldn't be hard. You shouldn't be sitting there and, you know, working your ass off, you know, making trades all the time, and the trading should be like you should only trade a certain setup when the conditions are good for that setup. That's something I realized over the years. I've traded so many of these choppy, difficult markets, and even if you make some money, it's like it was barely worth it, because in a good market you will make more money in a few days than you would make in a few months in a hard penny market. So you may as well take a step back, chill, relax. You can do some trades here and there, but don't just constantly look for trades. A good setup, a good trade should be obvious. You're looking at it, you're like, wow, that's an insane setup. That's how it's supposed to be. You shouldn't be looking with a microscope or a telescope or whatever for trades. They should be kind of obvious. They should be screaming in your face. Now, obviously, it takes a lot of experience to get to that point, to know which is which. And unfortunately, you will have to suffer for a few years before you get to that point. For me, it took a lot of years. Too many years. There are some opportunities, but mostly opportunity I see in this market right now, it's in the smaller names, like the ones I personally don't really trade much. I'm personally focusing more on the larger cap opportunities, mid and large cap opportunities. But if you also trade a lot of like small caps, micro caps, there's a lot more opportunity. There are things working, a lot of things working. But you just have to find them. And again, I think you have to be a bit more aggressive selling. Millennials don't know what suffering is. Probably not, but you shouldn't suffer in a bear market. There is no difference. Like for you as a trader, there should be no difference between something that happened, I don't know if what you want to call it, bear market, crash, mild pullback, what happened February, March last year when the Nasdaq pulled back 32% in a month. Like there should be no difference between this and what happened in say 2007, 2008, where we actually had a multi-year bear market or 2-year bear market, and the Nasdaq went down 55%. As for us as a trade, it shouldn't matter. You should be suffering. If you're suffering, you're doing something wrong. And you've been watching too much Gary, what's his name? Gary Vaynerchuk, the struggle porn guy, Gary Vaynerchuk. Yeah, Gary Vaynerchuk. Struggle porn. I'm not a fan of struggle porn. You shouldn't struggle. Struggle shouldn't be an aim, but you will obviously struggle. And the faster you learn how to listen to the markets, the faster your suffering will end. Unfortunately, I wasn't too fast, so I had a lot of periods where I struggled too much, unnecessarily, because I didn't listen to the market. I kept doing the same thing, even though it was obviously not working. And I was slow to adapt. Now I'm a little bit smarter, because I've suffered too much, and I just don't want to suffer again. I refuse. I'd rather play Hearts of Iron 4. But my point is, there should be no difference between this, a multi-year 55% drawdown, and something like happened, last February, March, because there are very few setups. And when the market is going straight down, there are no setups. Now I'm talking strictly on the long side. I'm talking strictly about breakout setups. Obviously, there are other types of setups you can trade. My point is, there should be no difference. You shouldn't do anything differently. You should do the same thing. And obviously, we don't know yet if this is just going to be a mild pullback or a multi-year or the start of a multi-year bear market. It's impossible to know. But my point is, you should be doing the same thing no matter what is going to happen. You shouldn't do much. Take it chill. Realize there are easy markets to make money. There are hard markets to make money. And there are markets you're going to lose money faster than you made it. Right now, it's just, I still see a lot of things that may be looking, that are looking good. That could be potential 4 or 5-star setups in a couple of days. But there's also a lot of bear flags in many of the leading stocks, and many are breaking down. So, it's a mixed picture. It's a mixed picture. Gotta be careful. Definitely not the same market we had between, say, November and February, with the relentless buying. Now, obviously, if you're a day trader, there's always something to do. But I'm not a day trader. I'm talking strictly swing trading. But I also, as a day trader, you always obviously have to adapt. If you are, let's say, a long-only day trader, obviously there's not going to be as much opportunity in a falling market than there is in a rising market. But if you're a long short, obviously you're going to short more in a falling market than in a rising market. That's just how it is. I'm thinking if this Futu loses the 20-day, it does have some downside. Like the 50-day is 33% lower. That's a pretty decent move, or potential move. Roku 2, is this a bear flag? I don't know. It is below the 50. TTD, yeah, TTD breaking down. UVXY, UVXY still looks like shit. there's no fear yet. APHA bear flag. You know what? If it actually could be a short setup, like if it loses this 20 this time around, it could go down to 50 very easily. Not sure. Not a 5-star short setup. It could be. Like obviously a lot of things are breaking down right now. Yeah. And lift was a really good setup, but market is bad, and this is what happens to good setups in a bad market. I re-shorted the Tesla. No worries. I know a lot of people have written to me on different platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. I just, you know, I just can't get back to anyone. Like the past week since the Chat with Traders interview, it's been just out of control. I don't, it's just so many hundreds of people writing to me, and I just can't get back to everyone. I would love to answer everyone's questions, but it's just too much. And I appreciate all the kind comments I've gotten from the Chat with Traders interview. Seems like a lot of people got a lot of value from it, which is, you know, obviously why I did the interview. So I'm happy about that. But again, like I can't get back to all the questions. Oh, and also most of the questions will be answered if you just follow the instructions on the screen and my blog posts, and you know, also a lot of, you can find a lot of value just looking at my videos, just a random video on YouTube. Like there's hundreds of them by now, just looking at the randoms of videos. Like there's nuggets of wisdom in all of my videos. It just takes a little bit of time, obviously, because there's also a lot of noise. Yeah, and also there's the Discord. Even Santa doesn't answer everyone. Yeah. Not that I'm Santa, but there's a lot of fun. Hey guys, did you see what I saw Chat with Traders put the interview on YouTube? Did you see my comment? Did you see my comment? I wrote the thumbs down must be David on his multiple burner accounts. Hey David, did you give my interview on Chat with Traders on YouTube thumbs down on your burner accounts? Hey David, are you in here? In that case, fuck you. David is not here, damn it. David is on vacation? Yeah, he's smart. This is the type of market to go on vacation. Isn't he on vacation like every week? David is on vacation like once per week. Would you ever consider a questions and answer session? Yeah, sure. I could do it. Am I brutal sometimes? Are there any differences between me and Dan Stanger's methods? Not really. It's the same, pretty much the same thing, with some little variations. But I don't know if he trades any other setups. I think he only trades one setup. I trade multiple setups. That's, I guess, the main difference. But well, I mean, swing trading. I mean, every day is swing trading school, pretty much. Every day. Wow, things are really starting to fall. Yeah, I'm thinking. Should I? I'm gonna move up my stop on DraftKings. Yeah. Okay. I don't need to do any more swing trading school videos. All the information is already in the existing ones. There's only so much water you can squeeze out of a rock. The setups stay the same, only the stocks change. Hearts of Iron strategy video. From who did I learn? First, it was Tim Sykes. That's the first trader I found back in 2011. Initially, it was Tim Sykes, but I didn't start trading that setup until like a few years later when I got the US trading broker accounts. But I learned from several people the same setup. Obviously, a lot of people have figured the setup out because, you know, it works. Anytime you have something that works, people will figure it out. Multiple people. Isn't Tim Sykes a scam? Well, his trading method is not a scam. It works really well. He calls it Supernova. Tim Sykes is definitely not even in my top 50 of top traders. He's a mediocre trader. He has a good setup, but he hasn't really figured out. He makes money selling subscriptions. That's what he does. Like a lot of traders. He could probably make more money if he was able to scale his setup up than selling all of these subscriptions, but you know. Brian Shannon, yeah. I think I read a book with him about him, or one of his books. It was okay, nothing crazy. My investing club, I know Modern Rock Bao is one of the founders, but I've heard mixed things about it. I'm not sure. Again, a bunch of profitable traders starting a subscription service. I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptical. Right, meme stock ETF. There's gonna be a means. Well, it's not really passive income. It's very active income. They have to come up with content all the time. It's definitely not passive income. But yeah, it's an extra cash flow. But if you're that profitable, you don't need any extra cash flows. You know, if you've been trading for a decade plus, you should be making 10 million plus per year. You don't need a few 100,000 more per year from a chat room. So I don't know. It's just a bit sketchy. Yeah, Nathan Michaud, he's a very good trader. But he would also make more money if he just increased his time frames a little bit. I'm pretty sure about that. I know he has started swing trading more. But he's had his service for like 10 years. I think he had like a blog in the beginning, I think, Investors Live. Like his community is really old. He had his community for 10 plus years. I don't think even he was a profitable trader when he started blogging about stocks. But there's a difference, being a successful trader for many years and then suddenly starting a subscription service. I just find that a little bit sketchy personally. Now obviously there could be many different motivations about it, but then again, I don't know anything about the pricing or anything, so I can't really, I don't know. Yeah, no, Nate is the real deal. He's the real deal. Absolutely. There are other people too, like Stockbee. Stockbee is really only trader community I'm in, or I'm paying for it, but I'm not really in it actually. I haven't been on the site for a long time. I'm there like I go in like once per month. But that's the hard part in the beginning. Like I was following a lot of sketchy people because I didn't know better. In the beginning, it's hard to know who's legit and who's not. There's so many mediocre traders out there selling services and also losing traders. I didn't move the pen stop, no. We'll see. I did size down a little bit on FNGU. It's been straight down from the entry. Just a little bit. Tiny bit. It's the FANG triple ETF. And a lot of these FANG stocks, they're in tight ranges. Like something like Facebook, like, if it breaks down from its range, could have a big move lower. Google is a champion. What's Apple doing? Apple looks so. Wait, what more stocks are in the FANG? Facebook, Amazon, right? Amazon too. It looks vulnerable. It's been in this long sideways consolidation. Now it's about to lose the 200-day. I don't know. It could have a big move down. I'm not sure. It could obviously very easily reclaim too, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just. I just have tight stops on all of these ETFs that I shorted. And if we have another leg down, these are going to be very profitable trades. And if we don't, I'm going to take a bunch of small losses. Again, it's too early to tell. How do you avoid the constant grind of small losses? Identify markets when the market conditions are not in favor of your setup. Unfortunately, the only way to do that is go through these cycles and learn from that. That's not something you can learn from a book. You can learn a setup from a book or from a YouTube video or from a blog post, but you cannot learn identifying, the favorable and unfavorable conditions from a book, or it's something you have to go through. Obviously you can learn about the warning signs, and but the rest you kind of have to experience it and learn from the pain of losing. That's really and also it's very important you learn the right lessons. Unfortunately, what a lot of people do, they blame their losses on other factors. And obviously those people will never learn anything in life. You also have to learn the right lessons that the market is teaching you. I think that's a very important thing. Alright guys, I'm going to cut the stream now. I'm going to have a meeting in an hour. And thanks for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow.